Hi there, this is Izzy with an update for you about an orchid that I've been wanting to update you on for a while. But I think now is just the perfect time. So some months ago, we did a little investigation of my Dendrobium Sa Nook. In that investigation, it was clear that this plant had virtually no or no living roots. So I cleaned it up, took off the flower spike, and sincerely hoped that it would put out a new Kiki or recover in some other way. Two of the viewers advised me to keep the dendrobium nice and moist as well, so I popped it over some bark with a clay pot underneath and a good water source so that it would have lots of humidity. And also I saw lots of suggestions that you could use things like aloe vera to induce dendrobiums to make kikis. So I dutifully rubbed aloe vera around the base of my canes. After some time, I became fed up with waiting and I bought some Kiki paste, and I very carefully made incisions and used the Kiki paste to try and induce growth at the base of some of the canes and also in other locations. And now, some months later, I am very excited to tell you that I do have kikis, but as you can see, none of them bear any relation to any of the locations that I used the Kiki paste or the aloe vera paste on. So this plant has clearly demonstrated that it just likes to do Kikis however it wants and wherever it wants. And I guess that's a really good lesson for me, in just that plants will recover if they can and they'll do it however they want, and maybe in this case there's no point using Kiki paste. So my very exciting job today is to try and get these Kikis off and get them potted up. Now, this is not something I've done before, but man, I've been waiting to do this. There's a couple of suggestions for how to do it online. One of them is to snip the cane just under the Kiki so it has some of the remaining cane left. And the other one is to gently twist them until the Kiki comes off. Now, you want to do this when the Kikis have lots of lovely roots which are at least 2 inches long. And this is the reason why I've been waiting to share this update with you. I've been waiting for these roots to grow long enough that I can take these plants off these mother canes. And I'm going to be potting them up in bark mix so that they can not get too soggy, not rot the roots off again, and slowly adapt to being in a medium instead of being in the air. So I guess the time has come for me to take them off, and I'm going to attempt the sort of break and twist method and see if that works. And wish me luck. Well, I can immediately see a disadvantage of this method in that it appears to be hard to twist it without damaging the roots. Oh, and indeed one of the roots has even gone down into the mother cane here, tried to grow off. But maybe though I can just cut what looks like a little green umbilical cord down there. I'll just get a knife to see whether I can do that instead. Great, I've got my trusty Open-L knife, which I like to use for many an orchid care video. And we'll have a go. How am I going to do this? Maybe cut here? Maybe cut downwards. Oof. Oh, there we go. Great. It does look like a little umbilical cord that was connecting this baby orchid to the mother cane. I've been waiting some time to take the baby orchids off because their main source of nutrition has been the mother cane, but I have also been misting those roots to sort of encourage them to seek out moisture and look after themselves. And I think without this, the mother plant, maybe I can throw it away. We'll see. Okay, time for the next one. Well, maybe part of the mother cane has separated with this one as well, but I can sort of see another little green umbilical cord just here. So like with the first one, I'm just going to do a little cut to reduce the damage to those roots that are going to be so important for keeping this Kiki alive. Excellent. There's quite a strong link there again. Now this is the stronger of the two Kikis. As you can see, it's a fair bit bigger than the first one. And I'm just going to pot both of these up in their own bark pots. I could pot them in the same one, but I don't see much benefit in trying to raise these in a single pot just yet, except maybe putting them back to back like that. But I just don't know what direction of growth they might want to start off in once they've recovered from being removed from the mother. So I'll pot them in their own pots and then they can go in whatever direction they would like. And there we go. Don't they look so cute? What a pair. I've potted them up in bark chips and I've left quite a lot of room around the roots because these kikis have never been in a substrate before. They've always been on the tip of the parent plant, which I still have here. However, I think at this point the mother plant has served her purpose and I will throw her away. Thank you so much, mother plant. Anyway, back to these little kikis she's made as a form of recovery. So to recap, my Dendrobium Sa Nook was not looking too good a few months ago, and I did everything I could to stimulate her to make kikis. And in the end, she produced them in her own way and in her own time. Now that they have roots that are at least 2 inches long and have a couple of leaves each, they're good to go as independent plants, or that's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed they adapt well to being in bark chips in the media. And from now on, I'm going to be really careful about the kinds of media that I put these in, because the reason for the root rot in the mother plant was due to some strange claggy medium that was a bit like soil that I'd never want to see again in my orchids. I am so pleased I could tell you a success story at the end of this. I'm so glad to share these little kikis with you, and I'm really, really glad to have had you listen. If you've liked this video, give it a like. If you'd like to hear more, just subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.